All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Zombieland Saga, Season 2, Episode 2. The stupid zombies.
Yes, Kotaro
are back.
is back too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Because the zombies, they were doing just fine.
They're back for us, but, they were always there for each other. But
Right.
Kotaro wasn't, but now he is. Awesome. Now let's
Yes.
get out of this crippling debt.
And let's start a plan.
That's right.
Let's make sure it's actually simple this time. Because
Yep.
last time you tried to overcomplicate things and do some massive single performance thing on a giant stage where you sold all the tickets that you sold in the last time, but no new ones because your marketing is garbo.
Maybe shit,
Kotaro.
You had these zombies bit off more than they could chew, and that's saying something given that Tai exists. So,
Indeed.
what's your plan moving forward, and what's this whole deal about a time limit?
We shall find out.
Yeah.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Oh my god.
I'm fired up.
Yeah.
I'm fired up.
Like-
I don't even know what that guy was saying,
Yeah.
20% of the time.
I
but
feel like so much of this was kind of like a nothing episode in the best possible way, right?
The best possible way.
Like
we get
it was,
Saki focus.
Yeah.
She's one of the strongest characters in terms of her motivation and
right.
stuff.
It's fun, it's silly, it's goofy, it's off the wall,
Yeah.
right? You've got a crazy pompadour flopping around, because why the hell not, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
the answers can always be found in Saga.
oh,
now,
the wind is troubled today.
yeah, what I really love about this character is that he represents basically one of the raw, unbridled aspects of Kotaro, which is passion.
Sure. Yeah.
His character is one that basically maintained the passion, but lost basically the not the fire, but basically was realizing that his time essentially would be up.
Yeah.
He was bburning the candle to the very ends.
There's only so many times you can replay the same song.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And while you could definitely tell that he carries the spirit of that youth still within him, and Saki saw it for that brief bit of time, he's an old guy trying to maintain that pompadour.
Right.
Like, it's time to move on.
Right, he's got to go have that car with his driver that is so loyal. Just take him off into a new
The
landscape
insurance policy the must-have with that guy has got to be the most fucked thing ever.
Oh,
because
yeah.
if he's driving on a convertible, regardless of how fast or slow he's going,
if he just takes a break a little too quickly.
Yep, a turn a little bit too quickly.
That pompadour is not going to turn fast enough to become a pompacopter. Like that's like you're just gonna splat.
I pictured it in my mind. It's just a dick, just. Oh
Yeah,
my
like-
god.
Oh man. I almost feel like most of the discussion for this episode could just be about the brilliance of using the pompadour in that way, right?
I mean, sure, but I actually have some pretty
yeah.
like, I would say in-depth things to talk about for a little bit here. Is that Saki as this character has been one that puts up this, like, almost front, if you will, of all this extra passion.
Channels the inner fortitude.
Yeah,
and strength and all
hurrah,
that.
you know?
Yeah.
And there's something really inspiring about that, but there's also something very naive about that.
Sure.
The idea that passion is mostly kind of to put up some kind of air that you're like, I've got it, I can do this. And while this guy was absolutely bonkers nuts, like ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And no drugs. Like this guy looked pretty healthy and clean for being in like whatever, like his 60s or something. Like,
Yep.
Like, yeah, he's doing pretty well. But no, Saki, like, just because, someone specifically provided that place, that time, that specific, like, moment for you to help put your life on a track so that you're not just spiraling and fighting everything around you.
Just spinning needlessly in the wind.
Yeah, spinning needlessly in the wind. It does not have to be them that does this. This happens a lot, I would say, as you grow up, is that a lot of the things that inspired you or the things that motivate you as a child or as a kid don't necessarily move you the same way anymore.
Sure.
It doesn't mean that you lost passion, but you lost basically that familiar, comfortable, nostalgic place of passion.
Right.
And you can get it again. It's just going to have to be found in a new place or through a vessel or what have you.
One of the things that, like, I feel like I didn't have this as much with, like, people growing up, but more with, like, favorite stories where I would be like, oh, you know, this was an absolute favorite. I could watch this 10 times, you know, and know it all by heart and be like, yeah, this is fantastic. You know, oh, if only one day I can make something that's, you know, as good as this wonderful thing. And then, you know, as time goes on and you know, you see more stuff, you realize, no, that's still something that's very special to me. It's wonderful, but it's, you know, not the, like a lot of my high regard of it was my own rose-colored lenses of, you know, thinking, oh, this thing is just absolutely beautiful. And that's part of the magic of living and art and all of that stuff, right? Is that it doesn't necessarily have to be something that is all based in logic and things, right? Sometimes it can just be something that you understand in here.
You don't need to hear it. Just
right,
feel
exactly.
it, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like that happens for most of us. But there is something, I would say, very wise and mature about understanding that that's something that can come from anywhere. It doesn't have to be some objectively quality good thing. It can be still this guy in his old age, the fact that he's still doing this.
Yep.
And she's like she wants to cry. Like, this is something where it's like she's in love, basically. This guy saved her, and all this her perspective here. And he's like, no, it doesn't need to be me.
Yeah.
Like, it could be just another place. People aren't seeking me. They're seeking just a place.
Right.
And I feel like that's even something that as like a content creator, I feel that on a deep intrinsic level.
Oh, sure.
There's something beyond the individual contribution that I bring to any kind of creative work, is that it's not just what I'm doing necessarily, but it's the place that ends up getting created from that.
Right.
And there's a lot of content creators that specifically like create that space for me as well. And I've like thought about the idea of like, wait, would I still watch these people 10 years from now? I think I would. Whoa, wait. But would I like get the same thing out of it? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would. But there's so much meaning in those different people creating those different spaces, those communities, or what have you. Like it's
precious to
precious,
be in the situation where you can be that for somebody for however long it is, regardless of what the circumstances are for it, right?
For sure.
In Saki's case, it was someone that she heard on the radio, right?
Yeah.
You know, but that could just as easily be someone you know in, you know, regular day-to-day life, you know, and other people, you know, you might not be able to commiserate with other people over it because
they don't get it.
They don't get it, right? But that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
True.
Yeah. And in the same way, you can also be that for other people, you know, and if you ever find yourself in that situation, you know, appreciate it, right?
I like how the episode kind of set up the idea that Saki was actually in love with this guy, because remember, just because, you know, Saki was one of the more recent zombies in terms of her age and stuff, whereas like Junko's from like the 80s and stuff.
It was still like,
it was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago. So for Saki to be like, oh, yeah, like I did love him. And, you know, and then Junko be like, wait, idols, we can fall in love.
Hold on.
Like, we can do relationships. And then Lily's like, I love all of humanity because humanity loves me. And it's just like, oh my God, this is so cute. And all of them are having their own different you know, perspectives on that topic, because that's really fun. There's that also side of things there where you could potentially see them setting up some things for Kotaro, because remember, Kotaro is, you know, old school friend of Sakura's.
Yep.
You know,
that they could totally take his, you know, manic energy into a potentially different direction, where it's the, oh no, he couldn't bear to, you know, lose his childhood friend when she died tragically all of a sudden, right? You know, and then figured out how to make people zombies, you know, who knows, right? Yep.
But yeah, and then of course the Saki voice acting this episode
was
awesome. Phenomenal, especially
so
in the emotional scene there, where she's like, "Hey, wait, stop
like
crying,
the in between the cry, like trying to put on that strong front again, but also had just been crying a bunch."
But yeah, just hearing Sakura or seeing Sakura cry and just being like, "Hey, whoa, like,
I'm
the one
that's not
crying
fair."
Here. Like, what's going on? Stop crying. And I was really moved by that, because I've had times where my passion for something died and I couldn't get it back.
Okay,
like it was something where I was like, oh shit, that's just gone. That's just not a thing for me anymore. Okay. But moving on to something else is one of the most like joyous things to find that passion again. And it kind of does make you want to cry of like,
Sure.
oh shit. I actually am finding a new passion that replaces that old one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Whoa. Okay.
The love that's gained and lost.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like saying goodbye to an old friend. It's basically like Inside Out, where you say goodbye to the imaginary friend, and you're like, I won't see you again.
Right. Andy needing to say goodbye to Woody in Toy Story 3,
Yes,
you know.
exactly. Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's that thing of where you realize that it's not that they will, dissipate and no longer be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's that your connection to them has changed irrevocably. So the
Yep.
fact that this guy is off in like the Navajo desert or what have you in the US or something like that, who knows? He's going to soldier on and continue his pompadour.
His pompadour will spin until the heat death of the universe.
The wind will carry it aloft for all of time.
That's right.
Yes.
Spread my pompadour to the wind.
Exactly. But no, Saki, no longer for you.
Right.
Because you have changed.
Yeah. And I really love that something as silly as this character that was introduced was able to bring about
such an emotion.
Such an emotional scene because regardless of the whole like Saki's feelings towards this guy and all that stuff.
Sure.
There is a cost that they have had to pay.
Yeah.
By becoming zombies.
Yes.
Now granted, they were dead before, so it's,
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it was much of a cost, but there are things that they can't get back, right?
Right.
They can't get back the ability to actually grow old with the friends that they once knew.
Yep.
Right? Nope. You're in the idol industry now, baby. You're
immortal.
You're immortal. You are shrink wrapped and prepackaged, and nothing will change about you. Maybe you'll collect dust sometime,
Yeah.
But and that's
love, you don't get that.
right. Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things where the show is so self-aware at times, with how it handles things, but can totally get into the more serious stuff alongside this fantastical concept of zombie idols,
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it really plays into the parts that it's built up for the show that it is. And Kotaro having his fired up kind of intro bit in the beginning of the episode, setting us up for having an even more chaotic type of energy. Wonderful. But with this radio show, they're going to be set.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a big way in which they can transition the current audience, which will definitely decrease.
Sure.
Like, because a lot of people would probably have been tuning in specifically for him, or maybe have grown up with him, and they're like, no, I'm not interested as much in an idol group. But
even if you only get 20% of this, one-hit wonder rock star.
But you might also then get all your previous fans to then start listening to this radio show, which then translates into numbers, which translates into opportunities to then play your music on there, which then translates into potential commercial opportunities to have sponsored reads on this radio show podcast thing, which then leads to money, which then leads to more stuff to work back into Saving Saga, which means this is really, really a big deal.
We are going places.
Yeah, they're officially content creators now.
Yep, that's right. And, it's
because on my podcast of zombie, idols,
because it's not just going to be the whole thing of the fans that listen to them.
Right.
It's all the other business people that are like, oh, maybe we can take these people more seriously. This can be their foot in the door to actually get on TV, right?
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
But one of the things that I need to bring special attention to, yes, I love the pompadour, but I just want to showcase that in this episode, they introduced a new character.
Yes.
For this episode, made us understand them very well, made it very entertaining, and got us to, have such a strong association with just the pompadour flopping around, with all the little movements when he walked around and would have to push it out of his face and things like that. And then had them exit the story in a satisfying way, all in the one episode, when really, they weren't even the focus of the episode.
Oh, it was
Saki was the focus of the episode. And I just think that's awesome.
It is awesome.
And then also the pompadour's great too, and I love that they took such a visual gag and dialed it up to an insane level. But yeah.
Oh, such good stuff. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. It was a treat. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.